Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Nebraska's offense will take the first swing of the game. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So UCLA's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Oh, how did you make that move? He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Into the end zone. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on this.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed, and the returner will be dragged down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to test the right side with this one. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Huskers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Bruins want to move quickly.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerd.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Smart move to get down with the slide. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Oh, what a move! And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Missouri dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Off the play fake on first down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Gibbs. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese,
and he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Off play action. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finds us back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The inside handoff. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets it out quickly. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. they've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Huskers will punt this one away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Now, and the best news is...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Wants to bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Huskers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block, and the returner will be brought down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position they like...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. power football with the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy. And the ball is intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Handoff from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Lets it fly on the move. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They're going to run it to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Leon. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last game.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's looking to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught near the sideline. It's Harvin. The Bruins send out the punt unit. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Discards a man. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Let's see what they've got on second down. Here's the give off the left side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Huskers line up to punt it away. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He takes it at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Now on second and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UCLA.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Vaughn. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now on second down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. On second down, just keeps firing. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Bruins with the 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And the Bruins are rolling down the field. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snagged in the middle. It's Huber. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. On the run, it's Vaughn. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Straight tackle there. The back goes in motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep.
That is an incredible job by the defense to stop that receiver in particular on that jet sweep. This is one of the fastest guys in college football, period. So for the fact that the defense was able to corral him and get him down and limit him, that was pretty impressive.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Cornhuskers will have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. Powers through the defender.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got his man quickly. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with us send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Ohio State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. On target. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got an open man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. The ball squirts free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the ball.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They've got the screen set up.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the gun, running back on the move. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Here comes the hurry up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They could really use a few yards here on 3rd down because from here it would be a 61-yard attempt. He's taking the shot. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time. And he breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying to impose their will with the run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's right down the boulevard. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. They go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Huskers are on the move. They'll throw it from the red zone. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. The play action fake. Working that left side now.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They're trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Bruins have taken it inside the 20. Looking to go up top on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He wants to throw here on second down. Immediately fires to the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Here's fourth down, and down 2 scores. They'll go for it here in the fourth quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Back to the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite of what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.